What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Las Vegas. You're listening to the Crazy Sexy Cool podcast, where we give our black-ass millennial opinions about the crazy, the sexy, and the cool hot topics. I'm your host, Bethany, and I'm joined by my fellow Sagittarius, my co-host, as always, the fabulous Meek and Elizabeth. What's up, ladies?
What's happening?
And we are also joined, for those who are watching on YouTube, you see that we have a guest here. You know, it's not all the estrogen going on. We got some testosterone in the building. Mm-hmm. So, because he has just celebrated a birthday, he is part of the Sagittarius gang. We're going to give him a proper intro, okay? All right, let's get to it.
Yeah, I asked for his music.
Starting at power forward, standing at 6'4" from Saginaw, Michigan, columnist, writer, and commentator. He's a brown women and brown liquor connoisseur, and king of the exposed brick. Co-host of Wednesday Service Podcast with Naima Cochrane. We have Carron Phillips. Everybody, welcome. Welcome. Look, this has been how many months in the making has this been? Like, we've been trying to get you on this show for
like 2.
Yeah.
It's the first time y'all telling me what time y'all take this shit, and I was like, hell no, I gotta work in the morning. I can't do it.
Yeah.
So we had to rearrange.
Yeah. So where are you recording from?
I'm live from the South Loop of Chicago, Illinois.
And
Building.
And we got Meek in her Bulls jersey, fitting. Yeah.
Yes, honey.
Look, she gotta lift her titties. Yes. So, we want to play a cool icebreaker game that we like to do with all of our guests, especially the guys. We have a cool game of Fuck, Marry, Kill.
I'm prepared. I knew what I was walking into. I'm prepared.
Yes. Cool. Okay. Who wants to go first? Who wants to ask?
I know who's gonna be first. The person who's always at my head, probably first.
Me.
Because you.
First off,
Meek is a bully.
Oh.
Meek is a bully. Yes. She's a bully.
Okay. Before we get into the Fuck, Marry, Kill, let's take a quick shot for your birthday. Okay? Raise your glass. Clink, clink, clink.
Clink, clink, clink.
Where you going? Okay.
I'm right here, but I have to just pour it because mine is wine.
Dude, she classy today.
Yeah. So what's in your cups? I know what's in. You said wine. What you got?
Yeah. I'm drinking Jack Daniel's honey with lemonade.
Nice,
babe.
What you got, Meek?
Then, girl, I got a drink called A Woman's Worth. You know, in a Bel Air glass.
What?
In a Bel Air's glass.
Right. A woman's word. Okay. Now what's in that?
I'm kidding. It's a Casamigos Reposado with a splash of blueberry raspberry ice.
Splash of I'm that bitch.
Carron, what you
a splash of you got me fucked up. Sorry.
You got some brown?
Yeah, I got a bottle of Basil Hayden. I'm drinking neat. I got some Casamigos Anejo over there too, but that was yesterday. So
okay,
I'm on a bourbon night.
Okay. Brown liquor for the brown ladies.
Always.
All right, so Meek, do you want to go first on the Fuck, Marry, Kill? I'm so interested to hear.
Yeah. But I gotta say, well, okay, you know what, y'all? Since I'm the bully,
yeah.
I'm just gonna because we're on this episode, we're getting to know you, so we don't, I'm just going back to your childhood. Think like TGIF Friday, you know what I mean? Okay, Fuck, Marry, Kill. Laura Winslow, Hillary from Fresh Prince, or Whitley from A Different World.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Quick sidebar. I actually met Laura Winslow and had her at my table when I used to be a waiter in the A.
Nice. Was she cool?
Yeah, she was cool as hell. It was a little
Did you take her home?
6 hot. Nah. Nah, she
Did
said
you take her
something.
number?
No, I could have got it though, but I was like,
Confidence. Look at that confidence.
it wasn't the same.
Oh, in person.
It was just different.
Okay.
I don't know if that was time, and I had different tastes, but it wasn't the same as like back in the day TGIF when she was it. And that's no disrespect to her saying that she still ain't got it, but I was just like, yeah, it was cool. That was up to her for a little bit, took care of their table. But I also think back in that time, like I was just in straight work mode, so I wasn't even thinking about it. But because living in that city, working in that industry, you tend to meet kind of everybody. Yeah. So the aesthetic of celebrity, it becomes numbing, and I'm sure y'all could probably that too.
Absolutely, definitely relate.
Yes. Yeah. So
but to answer that question.
Wait. Before you answer, can you like take yourself back to like that time? You know what I mean? Like what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like don't count the time you met her after.
No, I'm taking them in that moment.
Okay.
I am marrying Whitley Gilbert.
Yeah.
Because that is a good long-term financial and business decision. Also, HBCU connection there also as well. But as men say, if you want to know what your girl gonna look like in the future, look at her mama. Yeah. And her mama was Diane Carroll on the show. So when the mom is better than the daughter, that's always a good decision. So I'm gonna marry Whitley. If I have to smash, I'm gonna take Hillary Banks. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Why would that make sense?
Hillary?
Just because Hillary's, in the later seasons, Hillary got real direct after Trevor's bungee cord accident. Yeah. So, on her television career and where she was going, so she had her career, so she didn't have time for no relationship, but, she might have had time for that, itch to be scratched. Every other week. And then, unfortunately, Miss Winslow, apologies, but you gotta go.
Damn.
That was an easy one. I wasn't a bully.
See, we just said you're a brown women connoisseur, and you getting all the brown women up out of here. Okay. I see where this goes.
That one was I took the best options.
Wow. Okay. All right. Elizabeth, do you have your Mary Kill ready?
I do. Mm-hmm. So I have Nia Long.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Taraji P. Henson.
Okay, maybe not that hard.
Angela Bassett.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Damn, Liz, you jammed me up with the last one.
I'm sorry. Not sorry.
Well, let's make this easy. Like, Taraji's out of here.
Okay.
That's real. That's simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Why not?
I love Taraji, but you got to make a depth chart. And everybody can't make varsity, so.
Yep.
Now,
okay.
If you would have said Yvette, then maybe this is different.
Okay. Yes.
Baby
boy. Yeah.
I'm going to smash Angela Bassett, and I apologize. She's an OG. I just feel bad saying that. On the internet, this gonna live forever.
Right.
Yeah, I gotta marry Nia Long. Like that's Nina Mosley. It's a Love Jones poster on my wall right here. Like,
that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever seen any of those three women in person?
No.
Look, I met Angela Bassett in 2018, and my God, she looks incredible.
Amazing.
Like, incredible. She's so fucking fly. I can't. And I'm never like really starstruck. Like you said, we work in the industry where it's famous people everywhere. But damn, I was really at a loss of words. I ended up getting a picture with her, but I was like shook. I was shook.
No, like it was I wanted to pick her, but when she threw that Nia Long out first, I kind of knew there was only one other actress that could have supplanted Nia Long. And when I didn't hear her, the decision was made.
Oh, dang. Okay. We're gonna get to the end and see who that was. Let's see what Bethany got first.
All right, so I'm kind of on the same wave as Meek, but I'm gonna do the TV Mom edition. Fuck, marry, kill. Claire Huxtable.
It's married. It's married. Stop right there. It's over.
And dark skin Aunt Viv.
Did you say Miss Winslow?
Yeah.
Oh, she's gone. She's out of sight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Harriet goes like that.
Yeah. Look.
Is married. Dark skin Aunt Viv. Oof. That's like a 1A, 1B. Like that. Did y'all watch the reunion?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So the good thing about the reunion that I love so much is that it reminded people of how like bad dark skin Viv was. Because I had forgot the class reunion episode when she was losing all the weight for the dress. Shit. Whew. Yeah. So yeah, she's in the smash category, but oof. Yeah, she's a problem. But yeah, come on, man. We talk about Claire Huxtable. Like that's not fair. I don't think that's fair. Like who she's going to lose to?
Yeah. Like who would she lose to?
Nobody.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Is she the all-time best TV mom?
She's the all-time. The only fictional character that I would put in the same category with her is my personal favorite is Jacqueline Breuer for Boomerang, who was Robin Givens' character.
So we're just talking fictional characters, period.
Yeah, like those two.
Yeah,
like
she was a bad bitch.
That's it. Like it's them two, and then everybody else. It's not even close.
Damn. Even like over all of the Halle Berry characters,
no
one's touching.
No, they checked all the boxes. There was nothing that they didn't have.
Dark skin Viv looked like she got some whips and chains in her closet. I ain't gonna even lie. Like she
likes
likes
a little
to spank.
freaky, huh?
Like she likes to spank motherfuckers.
Yeah. She put the heels on and put them shits on your neck. Okay?
Yeah.
Ooh,
she got that
collarbone indentions.
Yeah. Got you fucked up in here. Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting because I always like to ask people like about people in the past just to see like it kind of helps me to gauge people's type, like what they're into. And so we got Nia Long, we got Claire Huxtable, and we have what was the other? Whitley. Yeah. Look, when we have Rick Ross on here, he also said Whitley. That was his childhood crush. So I think all men just love Whitley.
Highly intelligent women with positions of power at work who are also grounded in Blackness.
Yes.
Can dress very well. Will cuss you out. Like that is my type. I need to be fussed at and cussed out every now and then.
You need to be set straight.
Yeah, like I'm not into like bad communication. Like you need to be able to communicate well. You need to also be able to communicate emotion well, which is something that has become like a big thing for me. So like, yeah, there is a specific type. Like my boys, they know. They'll walk in and be like, it's that one right there. Like he ain't paying attention to no one else besides that. That's dope. And the funny thing about like y'all being in Vegas is that, which I was supposed to have been there this past week, if it wasn't for all of this, is that like every time we go, and we used to go like once a year, is y'all know how Vegas is, and which is why I don't really like the West Coast. It's like all the other girls, but the black girls get play.
Yes.
And I am the complete opposite. So every time we go to Vegas, I just have this idea that like when you go, like you're supposed to treat it like Ocean's 11 and like dress like Clooney. Like I'm always in like a suit, a loosened bow tie. Like there's going
What's
to
on
be
the feet?
jackets.
What's on the feet?
Yeah. Oh, listen, no socks.
No socks.
Suede leather is like that's how they always know, like that's how I'm dressed when I go out in Vegas. But
The
I'm
raw dog in
always the
shoes.
dude that finds like the group of black women, because it doesn't matter if you at a day party, if you at Lavo, the champagne brunch, which is my favorite I told you about, or if you going out at night, like there's always a group of black girls that are in there that nobody's paying attention to because everybody want the exotic girls. I'm like where the Keishas at? So every time we
Where
at
the
the
Keisha's
pool
at?
at night, I'm like, yo, they always know like I'm gonna disappear for like 20 minutes, and 20 minutes later, I'm gonna find that group of six to bring back to the cabana or the table, and they always just like, where did you find them? And I'm like, because I wasn't looking for no one else but
Yeah,
them,
look
and
up
then
for
I
them.
found
her.
a
There
black
you
girl
go.
for the weekend because I'm like, she fine, but she don't wrap her hair at night. I'm good. So.
You need
know,
some
she
grease
pack
on
a
your
bonnet.
pillows.
Listen, I keep a bonnet in a package seal under the sink. What's up?
Yes. Look, now get a
Just add,
toothbrush and
I
edge
love
add
it.
the silk scarf, and it's a done deal.
Toothbrush.
You gotta
I
have
got
the
some
silk scarf
coconut
too.
oil. What's up? You know?
Okay. Put some witch hazel in there too.
All right. So we also have. Oh, so I didn't even get a chance to tell you guys that we are playing a drinking game as
Yes,
well.
sir.
So
Happy I
if
took my
you
off.
hear, if any of us say the word crazy, sexy, or cool, take a big old sip. Okay.
All right.
So like, oh shit, how are we gonna avoid that shit? All right. So now our next quick game, we're gonna play Would You Rather.
All right, cool.
So, and you know what? I'm gonna go first. Would you rather get beat up in front of your lady or have your lady turn down your proposal?
Oh shit. All right, like the journalist in me has questions.
Oh, here we
No, this is a good question. Did I get beat up or did I get jumped?
You got beat up one-on-one. Somebody beat you up in front of your lady.
Beat your ass.
In front of your chick.
I'd rather get beat up.
Okay. So
I'd rather get beat up because if I was fighting and she was there, I was probably fighting for her. So I can take losing to the better man in a one-on-one fight. But her turning down my proposal mean I was being like a dumbass nigga and I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. She said no for a reason. That's a bigger L to take than an ass whooping. Like,
yes,
absolutely. Good answer. Yes. Good answer.
So I take the ass whooping.
Ass whooping 500.
It ain't gonna be by a lot though.
You gonna go down.
But like, listen, he limping tomorrow.
Right.
That nigga eating soft food for about 10 days.
Is it worse to get knocked out or to go down like fighting, swinging?
Yeah, it's worse to get knocked out. Like, nah, like let me at least cuss you out while like the ambulance coming. If you send me night like Nate Robinson, nah.
Yeah, not Nate.
You can't come back from that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, who's next for the Would You Rather?
I'll go next. Would you rather, if you was in a relationship, because you're single, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if you was in a relationship, would you rather be cheated on or your lady have a baby on you?
Oh, cheated on.
Wait,
that's the same thing.
No,
I mean, it happens.
No, not. There are layers of that.
You gotta pick one. Would you rather for her to cheat on you, or would you rather for her to have a baby?
Cheating is not a deal breaker for me.
Oh, okay.
Now, like having an affair is a deal breaker. But if it was just like a one-time thing, like, nah, that's not necessarily a deal breaker.
Okay.
Now, if you didn't had a whole baby, then that means there was levels of this one night of this affair that you just went to that you shouldn't have gone to. So yeah, I can't do
Right.
this. So yeah, you gotta go.
Oh shit! She said
Gotta go either
have a
way.
baby on you.
Yeah.
Damn, that made me sweat. Okay. Meek, Meek, what you got?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Can y'all stop? Y'all
It's
making
bully,
me
it's
look
bully
bad.
time. It's
Oh
bully
my.
time.
Bully time. Look, I'm a straight bull.
With the Bulls jersey. Yeah.
Straight bull. Okay. Would you rather?
She pulled out that Clarissa Explains It All notebook. Right? She got some shit.
Okay. Would you rather during sex get spit in the mouth or slapped in the face?
Ooh.
Slap me. I'm not. Yeah. Like we have to be at certain levels with this spitting in the mouth thing. Like I'm not there yet. I still got some questions I need to ask WebMD about that.
Not during the Corona times.
Yeah. You know, it's this
COVID.
vaccine
Why
ain't
not
out yet.
go
So
for it? Is that a thing? Is that gonna be a thing now where people are like, did you get vaccinated?
oh, it's definitely gonna be a thing.
Yeah. You get your shot?
Yeah, it's gonna be a thing.
They gonna
But
have
no.
like those type of campaigns, like it's important to know your vaccination, like, or you know how they to know your result.
Send me the
Know your
PDF of
status.
your yeah. Send me the PDF of your shot record.
Yeah.
Your PDF.
Yeah, 'cause listen, they gonna email you your status when you go to the clinic or whatever. Like you listen, you can screenshot that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they will
That's
PDF,
wild.
child. You can share your results.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Listen, my hospital. Listen, my doctor's office got an app. I can just sign in,
I know
and
that.
it's all right there on my phone. So definitely, yes, but yes. You slap me because
You're not
Have you
spending-
ever had a woman spit in your mouth before?
no.
And you have-
From what opening?
Wait, what? Wait,
You
no.
know what?
Wait, what? No, time out. No,
Huh?
what? From
Explain.
what? Wait a minute.
You figured it out.
Wait.
I just think of what I had.
The freak.
Yo, you gotta excuse my slowness. I took an edible, so like, but
I forgot you have those.
but okay, all right,
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
So she pulled a Squirtle. Okay, got it.
Hey, I've
You went chasing waterfalls. Got it. Got it.
I got scuba gear, so you know it is what it is.
Gotta put your goggles on.
It's what it is. You know, it's life. It happens. You know,
Bikini bottom,
my
huh?
God.
you know. Hey,
Dun, dun, dun.
Captain, I can hear you. Okay, so we were having a conversation earlier, the three of us, and we had a whole conversation about fuck niggas and just shit that fuck niggas do. But
I'm
when we were
good. I'm
having-
reformed. I'm reformed.
You reformed, fuck
Like,
niggas.
all that-
Okay.
all the answers.
You
What
did
made
say
you,
that.
what made you see the light? What made you see the light? Like what made you say, you know what, I gotta change. I gotta do
I can
better.
tell you like the day that it happened.
Wow.
Oh, it was
I
a-
actually went back and read the email a couple of months ago. One day I was in bed bored. Like I remember where I was. I remember the day. I'm gonna tell this in a way that if these young ladies are listening, that they might know that it's them, but no one else knows them. I was in a situation between and I cheated and had an affair. And it was one of those things in my mind. I was like, all right, this is it. This is a rough patch. A whole bunch of shit was just happening to me at that time. I was in a bad space, but I was a trash ass nigga in the moment. Like I was selfish as hell. So this opportunity came and I was like, fuck it. All right, let's just do this. It happened. This whirlwind affair. It was checking all the boxes. but I was smart enough to know that like this shit wasn't sustainable. So I was like,
Okay.
all right, ride this out, but eventually come back home. So like I had a long-term plan. When I tried to execute that plan, the fair person was like, I'm not going nowhere.
Oh.
No. And I remember the day the person sent me this long emotional email saying how they weren't like describing the whole relationship, what had happened, what they had learned, what I had taught them, how they felt. They were in love, and they said they were going to fight for me even if I was trying to get back with the ex. But it hit me because the last line was a link to an Adele song, and it was One and Only. And I was like, when a black woman sends you an Adele song, you didn't really.
See.
Yo.
And I remember like listening to the song, like the journalist sent me like I like lyrics. So I'm like listening word for word and like every word, this Adele, and I'm like, shit, fuck. Like, how did I get here? And then I also realized like the ex was moving on, but I was just like, I really hurt like two people. And y'all know how to feel like to get your heart broke, but that's the day that I learned that like breaking hearts sometimes is worse than getting your heart broke because you know how heartbreak feels. And then like you did that to somebody else, and I did it twice, like at the same time. And then like I had to live. And then like life was just trash as hell for me at that point. So I'm like dealing with that with everything else that's going on. And I literally was just like, I don't want to be this type of nigga no more. Like I was going through it. And like I immediately stopped, like cold turkey.
Wow. So like, did the woman that you cheated on, how did she know that you were cheating? Like, did you tell her? Were you honest with her, or did she find out through the other woman?
The first time I came clean. Like crying, called her crying one night.
Oh, you pulled one of those.
Yeah. As soon as I left, I was just like, damn. Was Drake out yet? I was gonna make a joke, be like I was listening to Drake on the way home, but I don't even think Drake was out yet. I just felt bad inside.
Right when you walked out, you had them blonde dreads and them damn.
Yeah, like soon
damn that Future, you know the Future like blonde dreads, fur coat, fucking demon.
I was going down the elevator like, what the hell did I just do? Oh shit. But the second time, I was just like, nah, I'm gonna break this off. I'm not gonna tell her what happened because I'm just trash. I see I'm trash. Let me just end it. But like eventually everything came out and there were conversations, and then like came all the way clean later. But yeah, like I was trash. I was trash.
Damn, so you broke hard.
Good at being trash.
You was good at it?
Like I was really, really, really good at it.
Well, how were you good at it if you coming down the elevator feeling like
Future?
I knew there's a certain part like where you're a dude and like you fuck up, you cheat or whatever, you tell lies or you not all the way honest. And like you might get cussed out or she'll take you back or she won't, and you're like, all right, what did I learn? So like everything that I ever did, like I would figure out what I did wrong
and how to get better
from it. But also, okay, if this situation ever presented this way, how could I pull it off and not get caught? So like I'm really like in the room like figuring things out to be like on some Mission Impossible shit where it's just no fingerprints, no internet card. And like I had got to that point where I was just like, I could pull it. Like, I could make any story believable. I got a really good memory. Any lie you can tell, I can remember it verbatim and what you said back. So that when you be like, nah, you said this, I'd be like, you said this. You at so and so house. It was this time. You had this on. And like I could do, like I put all my energy into being like a trash ass nigga.
That's crazy.
And I was just like, quit. I quit. It was like, nope.
Meek said crazy. Go ahead and take that shot, Shawty.
And I told on myself. Oh my god, bro.
The edible
Go
got
ahead and
you.
take that
fucked
shot.
up.
Bro.
That edible got you. fucked up.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
See?
There we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Bottoms up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you snitched on yourself. Was it okay? So you're saying that you just felt so bad for being so good at it?
No, like I just didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the weight
It's exhausting.
is the weight of doing it was worse than when it happened to me.
Right.
And I was just like, I remember how I felt. This feels like 10 times worse. Like I don't ever want to feel this way again. Like I'm not doing it. And that was 2011. Haven't done it since. Like have been offered, have been propositioned. Like my mind doesn't even work that way anymore because I'm just like, nah, I'm straight. Like,
Yeah.
like
you like
nope.
9 years clean.
Yeah, because like
That's
it's.
good.
But that's with anything in life. If I decide to stop doing something, like I can immediately stop. Or, but if I decide to start doing something, like
Ain't shit you
can
can say. Welcome to Team Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
like I don't have a gray area. I'm really like I'm doing this or I'm not, and I was just like I can't do something. Now I was still trash trying to figure out how to be better because that takes a long time. But like in terms of cheating, like now I was completely eradicated.
Okay. So with being, a reformed fuck nigga, after all of that, did you run into like fuck women?
Yes.
Oh, please tell.
Yeah.
So were you able to recognize it because of what you were doing in the past?
Yes. And I'm not mad at it though. Because we do it so much. So like when y'all decide to do it, like I'm not mad. I know where it comes from.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, like she's sick of it. Like she over it. So she on her tangent, like she needs to live this out. Like I get it because I get that we did put y'all through so much bullshit. So I understand it.
What makes a fuck woman?
Yeah, what is it that like that's gonna be
It's always either communication or ego. And I say that only if you. I say that
fired.
I say that only if you at a certain age. Because if you get to a certain age, it's like, yo, like, okay, this is how I tell you, like, I really listen to your podcast. Meek said something like 6, 7, 8 podcasts ago when you was like, if you talking to older dudes who got their shit together and therapists, their tolerance for bullshit is really, really low. And like that is true because like I find myself as like the single dude of all my homeboys, and they'd be like, "Well, what about her? Or what about this one?" I'm just like, "Nah, like she's stupid. She's not smart enough." Or this one,
Red
like
flag.
she get on my nerves,
Yeah.
and it's just like because my tolerance is, and I'm not saying my shit all the way together because I still be fucking up too, but when you trying to work on yourself, like you are like, especially things that you're working on,
right?
You don't have the patience if someone doesn't have the effort to fix that same area.
Right.
Absolutely.
Especially if you are like reformed. I think like, that makes it even worse. Where it's like,
because I'm like, I know that play. Like, I know that play, and I did that play way better than you. Don't even.
Keep saying how you better at that.
Like, I see what you're doing, boo boo. I respect it, but I would have did it like this, and this.
Right.
You just doing this. Like, you're not even good at that. You just starting. I can tell.
Right.
Yeah. Do women ever ask you why you're single?
Yeah,
because I feel like women are asked that question all the time. How you're so cool, you're so pretty, you're so this. Why are you single? Do men get that question?
Yeah, but I don't think that question should be asked to anybody. Like,
it's right.
It's like when you ask married couples, why haven't you had a baby? Like, that is a very private, intimate question. Like, that shit ain't none of your business.
Right.
Exactly.
And
maybe
I
they don't want to. Maybe they've tried and it just ain't working out. Maybe they in the middle of some shit right now. Like,
yeah,
you do not know. But that question is always one of, no one actually wants to hear the real answer.
They don't.
So I'm just like,
they
nah,
don't.
because I come up with some bullshit answers just because I'm like, you don't actually want to sit here and have this 37-minute conversation.
Right.
Actually single. You don't want to. You don't. We had a happy hour. You don't really want me to unpack. You just think cute, and that's your go-to answer. Why you single? You're not ready for this conversation now.
It's some look at it as like a cheat code though, like of like getting to know like what you're looking for and be like, well, like I am from New Orleans, like I can cook. Like I know she had you hungry over there, but like no, like
I remember this one girl told me.
Easy.
This one girl told me, this was like years and years ago. She was like, I mean, I don't understand, like, why you want to go out or like try to have a deeper connection. Like, I cook and clean, I do all that. I said, ma'am, I cook better than you. My house is cleaner than yours. Ooh. I like grocery shopping. Like, I like washing my clothes and like folding my stuff. I was like, I could be very like domestic. I grew up as like an only child. Like, I know how to do all the stuff inside the house and cut all the grass and shovel the snow and do the leaves and all that. So I was just like, you broadcasting like this is what you can bring. And I'm like, I don't need that. I know how to do all that and I know how to do it better than you. So I was just like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't believe in traditional gender roles in relationships either. Mm-hmm. So I was like, you like talking yourself out some dick at this point.
Right.
I'm just like, I'm good.
Talking yourself out of some dick.
Which
Ladies, has that ever happened to y'all?
It has happened to y'all. Y'all just didn't know.
Talk your way out of
dick. Yeah. Excuse me?
It happens all the time.
Let us know. Don't just drop bombs.
It's only like a certain type of nigga though. Like if a nigga got some standards, a nigga has like done some things in his life and seen some world and has lived a life where you get to a certain age where it's just like, yeah, like 7 years ago, yeah, I would have been buying her drinks and telling her what she want to hear. But now you just like, nah, nope. She keep getting in your face, flirting. And you're just like, I got a meeting in the morning. Not good.
Ladies, has that ever happened to y'all?
I cannot recall.
I can't think of it right now. If I, you know what, I'm gonna have to really sit on this and like go back to like
nobody's undefeated.
Nobody's undefeated. You don't think so?
What about you, Meek? Do you think?
I'm sitting here. I'm really trying. Y'all know me. I normally have a story.
Either it happened and you didn't know, or it's going to happen at some point. But nobody is undefeated.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be honest. There are guys who I was interested in, and I've never not been able to like sleep with them or smash if I wanted to. But there was one guy who took a little bit longer than I thought, and I still couldn't understand like why. And all these questions like were playing in my mind, like why doesn't he want to? Like he hasn't tried, he hasn't done this. Like is something wrong? And then I ended up doing it, and he was like a hookup buddy for like a year, but it just took long. I've never been like turned down.
You could have been setting you up.
In what way? Yeah. Come on, look, this is why we gotta have Ben on the show. Like I need a
It is a that is a angle that works the most, and I have used it time and time again.
It is true. When a guy isn't like pressed
for pussy,
mm-hmm.
It ain't even pressed.
But no,
the opposite way.
Pressed because so many guys are pressed. When they're not, it's kind of like
right. Yeah.
It makes a woman more intrigued. Like, okay, so what is it?
If you want to for it to happen even better than that, like go the opposite way, like ignore her, or even like be a little mean. It works.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a level of maturity on that one.
No, like I've been like this was last time I pulled that like 26, 27. But it was a coworker once, and I remember their first day. She was cold-blooded. And I remember like even our female.
What do you mean cold-blooded?
She was cold-blooded. Like
that's a nigga.
That, yeah.
Like
fire.
Old niggas would say she was a brick house. Like she.
Okay,
She was
That's
a problem.
that Saginaw talk. Okay.
Yeah, so she came, and I remember her first day, and like every dude there was just like, "Yo," and we worked together, like tripping over themselves. Like even our manager, she was like, "Yeah, she bad as hell," and like I saw what it was, and I was like, "Nope." Like I just ignored it. I didn't say nothing to her for like weeks. And then one day at work, she said something to me, and like I answered her question, but like I just literally saw everybody falling over themselves, like trying, and I was like, "This is not the way." So that I just wouldn't talk to her, or just be very short, like one word answers. Until one day, like she just called me and was like, "What is your problem with me? What is this? What is this?" And like we had a conversation, and we got cool, and then like we happened to get teamed together to work different type of parties and stuff, and then like we just like hit it off, and then after that was a wrap. And after it went down, like I told her, I was like, "I gamed you," and she was like, "What do you
You know
mean?"
what?
And I was like, "You remember the first day we met?" Then I was like, "You remember it was like 2 months after this happened because we were standing by this." She was like, "Yeah," like I was breaking down like every interaction we had. And then like I like painted the picture for her, and she was like, "Oh, like you did. Like I see how you did it." Because she was like, "I was remembering how I felt about you at every moment," and I was just like, "Yeah, it was just too easy. Like
You know what?
Who did? Oh my god.
I told you I used to be trash."
I just can't.
Because
Okay.
listen, it was just like literally when an entire staff is fumbling over themselves, and you're the one person that's just like,
Yeah.
you cool. You're gonna be like, "Wait, hold on." Like,
Yeah, no. No, I'm not gonna be wait, hold
Especially
on.
with her being fine as hell. She's used to people being all on her
Right.
shit.
And that's
So
that's
you're
bad
gonna
bitch.
notice when
And that's
someone is.
bad bitch syndrome. I call that bad bitch syndrome. And yes, some girls do fall for that. But if you out and you like, oh, ignore me. Look, everybody don't like chocolate when they go to the damn ice cream
Right.
parlor. That's
Right.
cool. Like,
True.
hey, so yeah, that
Yeah.
works with everybody.
So you pull fuck nigga shit.
I did.
Have
I'm
you
a
pulled
tired
fuck
man.
nigga shit since being reformed? Like, do you still have like the tendencies just to kind of like play games with
Uh,
women? And some people I feel like are bored, so they're just like, oh, let me just entertain this for a
no,
little
I
bit.
did. I did for a while after, like, not trying to, because like the first hurdle after that I had to get over was like communication. To where like I thought I was being honest, and I was, but I just wasn't being honest in a positive way. I was being like mean honest,
Okay.
or not,
Sagittarius honest.
like
Yeah.
communicate emotion well enough until
Because we
like
can
I
be very
start,
blunt.
yeah, till I start dating this woman, and like that situation taught me to just be like the most communicative person ever. To where after that, like interactions I had with women, I was the one like no, you need to talk more.
Communicating.
Like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Yeah.
And then I also like found like the issues I was still having, and like my tone,
Mm-hmm.
my word use, my verbiage,
Delivery. Yeah.
my like
Yeah.
I have an issue with delivery. Like that's what gets me in trouble.
Meek's over here
Like
laughing.
Do you think you still have issue with delivery?
yeah, like it's a thing because in my mind I'm saying it this way, but there is a way that if I'm mad and I'm saying something, it comes out as another way. And they're like, "Why are you mad?" I'm like, "I'm not even close to being mad, but I'm not realizing, seeing how it's coming from me, how it comes off as me being upset or in a different way." Because I'm
When you
not.
ever,
Go ahead.
when you ever delivering the message and you like, okay, maybe I delivered that wrong. Do you like correct yourself in the midst of that, or do you just like let it slide? Like, so I delivered it wrong, so fucking what?
It depends. Like sometimes I do, but when you in a fire, like you in a fire.
Yeah.
No controlling it.
Listen, when you let shit fly, you letting it fly. Now, later, the next morning, I'll be like, fuck, damn, I should have said that. Shouldn't have said it this
Yeah.
way.
So do you apologize?
Yeah, but I'm huge on apologies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's important.
I do not accept punk ass apologies. And I have
Yeah.
rejected apologies from women being like, nah, like that's not good enough.
When people be
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, but you like, hold
Mm-mm.
up.
No. No.
And
Start that over.
my thing has always been with apologies. Um, if I did this to you, the hell I would have to go through.
Right.
So if you do this to me, I don't want you to be on some. I said I was sorry, like forgive me. I'm like, nah, because you would have put me through hell. So,
Mm-hmm.
and attempts at me looking at you as an equal, and we trying to be on some equality shit. I have to put you through the same hell you will put me through.
So to kind of piggyback off of that, so has a woman ever apologized and like done something romantic to kind of like make up for something wrong that she's done before?
Yeah, I'm a grand gesture guy.
Okay. So you do the grand gesturing, or do you like that for you?
I try to do grand gestures, but like if I fuck up, I'm going to like apologize profusely and be sentimental as fuck with it and like communicate all the fuck ups and the thoughts I had and trying to be forgiven. And then I understand like some grand gesture needs to happen, even if you're not a grand gesture, because I know I'm a grand gesture person. Like saying you sorry is just like not enough for me. If you really fuck up, like nah, like you gotta do something.
Yeah.
Like there has to be some type of an attempt.
So going off of that, your love language.
Yes.
So you say you're a grand. So I say top. We did top three. The top three. Cause it's 5 of them, right?
5
I
or
believe.
6. Okay.
5 love languages. Yeah.
Yeah. Top 3 love language.
Mine are physical touch, words of affirmation, and I think like the third one was like quality time.
Okay.
But physical touch and words of affirmation are like by far the 2. If you don't, then it's not doing.
See, I would have thought that you would have put acts of service in there.
Acts of service. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So no, you want to hear it.
And I need to hear it and see it. Yeah, like I need to hear it and believe it and see it. Like, because if I just get one,
feel
I'm
that
like,
shit.
I don't trust it. I don't.
That's like the biggest issue though, is that people are so like they so focused on like the verbiage or like like the words used, but you don't tack on the energy to it. Like I could feel your punk ass apology, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't do, like I hate that. Like the worst, like I'm not gonna say the worst thing someone could say to me is I'm sorry, but like to say I'm sorry and I can't feel it. Like that's like because I feel like you just constantly lying to me or in many ways trying to manipulate me to like like strum a certain emotion, and I'm not with that. Like that's a major insult to my intelligence. So I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
No, but like some people are very like they put their all into the apology. Some people put their very all into like they might not be good with the apology, but they're going to show you that they heard you and that they're trying.
That's important.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
And I understand it's a lot, and I understand that like everybody isn't built that way, which just goes into part of the like the question you asked earlier, like why are you single? Because I'm just like you don't really want to unpack this at this happy hour right now because you don't really want to go this deep. You know.
Yeah. I feel like that simple question you can kind of like gauge how people view relationships. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you ask me why am I single, why is it so important to you to know what my marital status is or my status? You know what I mean? Is like why? Now if you're interested, that's different. That's a whole different type of conversation. But when you asking me why am I single, like like you said, it's a lot to unpackage. Like if you actually really thought about it.
Yeah, but and it's like everybody has like their own journeys, but I think like the number one issue we have as a society even like a global society, like outside of race or our country, is that, and I'm not saying anything is wrong with this, but we have made marriage like this goal. And I don't understand.
I don't want to be
Welcome
married.
home.
Look, for everyone who listens to this show, who watches this show,
Welcome.
I think everyone knows like where we stand. Like we already know. Look, marriage is not the end goal. Like that's just really the beginning. And a lot of people are not looking for marriage. And I just want this to be okay. Like when I tell people like, I don't think marriage is my thing, and they're like, what? Look,
this is how okay.
Why is this so important to you that I don't want marriage? Like,
see, no, like the flip for me. Like, if I got married, if I met the like greatest woman ever, I'd get married in a heartbeat. My thing on that same wavelength is opposite. It's like I don't want kids. At 37, when you tell black women like you don't want kids or like I don't want to deal with kids, period, you become period. Shout out to City Girls. You become like this like toxic, the walking living thing. Like, what do you mean? Like, why don't you want? But I have them, and it is like this ain't got literally nothing to do with you. Like, I just don't want to do that.
Right. So do you don't date women who have kids? Like you single them out pretty much?
Because I figured out I was the issue, not them. Like I don't do well with them.
With children?
With children or the
one like because I listened, y'all had the show when y'all was talking about like bringing dudes around y'all kids. Right. And I was like, oh, all right, they get it. Like, don't, because like I'm the dude that like if I was like, all right, I'm gonna try messing her. Like if we just smashing or we just dating, like I don't really want to like see them. I don't want to meet them. I don't want to know nothing. I just know some toys in the corner. Cool. But
so you single them out pretty much. You single women out who have kids because it's you.
I realized in dealing with women like y'all, like I was the issue because I was like, y'all have to plan stuff in the head.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, and I'm on some like, I would be like, it'd be a Thursday and I'll be like, yo, I got done with my work. It's like 4:30. I'm like, yo, meet me at so. Let's grab some drinks, some happy hour, get some food. Why you ain't tell me yesterday? You know I can't get out. I ain't got no babysitter. And I'm just like, I didn't know yesterday. I just popped in my head. And then when that happens like 4 times, I'm like, ain't no need to asking her no more.
I feel like more men should be honest about this because I feel like a lot of guys who date women with children don't take into consideration her busy schedule. And they want to be able to be like, you should be able to meet me at this time, or if I give you enough notice, you should like. It's like, no, I'm sorry, like my child.
Wait, so come first. I have a question though, because like if you date somebody that's like say running her own business and stuff, because I relate having a child like having a business. It's like same amount of hours, like it's nonstop. I don't walk out with my business. You know what I'm saying? Like now granted, depending on what the business is, but I'm thinking like more of like a shop front or something like that. Like say if B wants to take Bikini Honey and actually have a storefront, like she's going to have to be clocking. Like you make that same phone call and like meet me here, and she's like, look, I got to do inventory. I can't da. Are you going to clock her just like how you clock the single mother?
That is a good question, and I have literally just dealt with a similar situation with somebody else, an entrepreneur, and it hit me because they said something to me, and I was just like, yeah, this is kind of like your baby.
Yeah.
And like this, like I'm realizing like I'm the issue because I'm like, like it was a situation where like this girl I was talking to like a while ago, like she didn't have her son for a week. And so she hit me up and she was just like, what you doing this week? I'm free. Like, what you doing? I'm like, all right, we get up Tuesday. Then she was like, well, what about Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? And I'm like, well, I got this on Wednesday, this on Thursday, this on this. And I was like, I had like live my life. Like I can't just because you free and you want to play for 7 straight days. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm booked.
But you're right though. It's
And
and
my
that's something
schedule
that
would
we.
never.
But that's well, I can't talk for every single mother, but I know me, and I would say think for my girls too. That that's something that we understand. Like, and honestly, we prefer men with schedules anyway. But like,
Really,
Please
though.
have something to do.
Seriously.
Have a life.
right.
Have
So
something.
like, you understand, like like the world is not gonna stop just because Elijah is at his Gigi house. Like it doesn't work that way. Like so.
Oh,
Yeah.
we had that argument once. When we had that exact same argument, and I remember the conversation. It was just like damn, like you busy every single day, and this was like my mouth being like an asshole, and my like immediate reaction was like, the last dude you was with, you told me all I heard was you complain about him that he was just at home with nothing to do, and I was like, now you complaining because I always got something to do. I was like, which one is it? I was like, you can't have it both ways.
Right.
So
Is it one Mike or Uchiwali? What is it?
yeah, so I was just like,
Sun don't shine, the sun don't shine.
I was like, I have Tuesday open. Would you like to do something on Tuesday?
Right. No, but I think, but and so I kind of like, went through an experience like that where being a mother, I'm a bit apprehensive with dating. When I say dating, I ain't talking about just hooking up and smashing. I'm talking about like literally like dating. And it's because, time in, putting interest in, because I do understand that like, if you my man, like I want to be able to dedicate, a certain, amount of energy and, every time just for you, nothing else. Mm-hmm. And so like with me, single mom, primary care, caregiver, college student, all this
homeschooler.
Yeah. Like I got all this stuff doing and I'm like, fuck, can I really afford that? And that's a question that a lot of people don't want to answer. You know what I'm saying? And then also it's not even can I afford it? Like you also have to understand like the importance of companionship too. So a lot of people are in denial about that as well. Where it's like, oh, I don't care. Like, no, you do care. No, you do want someone that's like, what Erica say, kiss on my neck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, kiss the back of my neck, honey.
Like, you do want that. But can you afford that? Like, that is the answer. And it's like, if that is something you want, then you have to also goal yourself to be able to make time for that. So a lot of women are not being honest with themselves. Like, look, baby girl, like it's temporary. You got to get through this. But if that's your goal, you need to start goaling towards that. So then that way, when it presents itself, you can bask in it. But
everybody want a Range Rover, but they don't want to pay for valet.
Nobody want to pay for expensive ass rear view mirror. What was that mirror that broke on your Range, B? Then wasn't that bitch like?
I didn't even know you had a Range. Like I didn't even know.
I recently got rid of my Range Rover because it was just too much. It was just too much.
I remember
maintenance for everything. Look, I was like, look, we're gonna trade her on in and move on. But we have talked about this off camera, away from the podcast, where we was like, we want to have a conversation with a guy to tell us, what is it like, dating women with children? Like for real, what is it like dating a woman with children? But for you to say that you don't want children, that's the first time I've ever heard a man say that. And I'm gonna be honest, it really took me by surprise. I was like, oh, it kind of hit me a certain way. But I feel like a lot of people need to be more honest with themselves because there are men out here who don't want to date women with kids by other men. Not only do they may not want kids, period, but they don't want to date a woman who has kids already. They want to start a family with her and, go from there. So I appreciate that. Thank you very much for that. So
listen.
So do you
the appreciation?
Do you tell them off the back, like, hey?
Yeah, I'm the type of dude that like I want to talk about all the stuff you're not supposed to talk about on the first date.
That's good. Right.
Like I want to get all the shits, like sex, politics, religion, money, kids. Like let's get all.
Do you ask? What's your credit score?
No, I haven't because like I always have a good idea of what it is. I have never dealt with a woman that made less money than me. So, like,
Okay.
but that also like comes into like upbringing and also like why like women making more money. Like I'm attracted to the women who generally intimidate other men.
Yes.
And it's not even based off if they make more or what their status is. They're just like, oh, like she don't want to do this. She don't want to do this. And I'm like, I'm cool with all that. Cause like that shit don't bother me. Like that shit don't put no fear in my heart. And so like those are the ones I'm attracted to, like I described earlier. So I have never like been like the breadwinner in a situationship or a relationship or a smashing ship. I'm usually like the broke boy, and it's not like because I'm not like working hard or like not good at my craft. It's just like the ladder of success in my field is just different to the women I'm usually dealing around.
You like powerful women.
Yeah, but like, and I can deal with them. I'm used to them. That's what I'm attracted to. That's what I was raised by. But it's like that, all of the stuff that makes other niggas go running, like that makes me want to like call you all day. So I'd be unbothered as hell.
Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. So we're going to move on to our red light special. If you guys have a question for the ladies of the Crazy Sexy Cool podcast, shoot us a DM at CrazySexyCoolPod on Twitter and Instagram, or send us an email at CrazySexyCoolPod@gmail.com. And we just may answer your question on the show. Oh, shoot. Let me find real quick our question. It was a really good one. And I feel like we're going to have some really strong opinions about this one in particular. So she asked, or she says, hey, y'all, love the show. I listen to you ladies while at work and while I work out. I think you guys are hilarious and so open and honest. I have a question. My ex-boyfriend is now dating a close friend of mine, and they really hit it off. Our mutual friend thinks I'm crazy for playing matchmaker, saying that friends should not date each other's exes, no matter what. Me and my ex dated for 8 months over 4 years ago, and I don't see the big deal. Am I the only one okay with this? What do you guys think? Is my friend right, or is it no big deal?
Your friend's right.
Okay.
What?
Bro, Meek's face just like.
I don't think you should date friends.
What?
Friends, boyfriends.
Ex-boyfriends?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Okay, why?
That's me personally. I don't want to see him. So if we still friends, you're gonna be bringing him around. I don't want to see my ex. That's just my opinion. I don't want to see him.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you dating him and you around me, we not friends.
Wow.
Damn.
And it has nothing to do with like,
Wow.
like whatever we had.
Can you pour me
Don't-
some? Can you pour me?
I don't want to see who I call my friend with my ex. That's just me.
What? Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I personally do not agree. I don't agree.
Yeah.
And I will say this. I'll put this disclaimer. It depends on where if I've dealt with my feelings and my emotions with that ex. Like if I'm not healed, and I'm not trying to say that my friend has to wait on me, because I'm also a believer, like, people that have heard this show know I always talk about my partner, right? Like the one that's like, you're gonna be on the porch, my person.
Right.
Like I talk about that. And with that said, like that, I can't go around stamping and pissing on every nigga that ain't came my way. Like he's not for me. Like, so who am I to get in somebody else's way of maybe, getting to their person? Because I can't deal with my feelings. Like if we are not together, it's for a reason, especially at the mental state that I'm at right now. If we are not together, it is definitely for a reason. We are not meant to be together. And yes, I have to heal. I'll be very transparent with my girl. Like, look, that one was a really hard one for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like him and I, we did not work out. I also would be transparent on if he's a fuck nigga. And we have those, ladies, we have those type of conversations. So my girlfriend is going to know everything going into this relationship. That way she can make a ground decision for herself. Like, I'm not here to rule
See, I'm different with
anybody
that.
else's
Like,
love
even if
choices.
he was a fuck nigga, like, I mean, if that's my friend, she knew what was going on, but I'm not gonna say things to her that's gonna make her not want to talk to him anymore. We just can't be friends if you want to be with him.
If
Like, you could talk to him, you could be with him. Like, if that's your choice of, preference, you want to be with him, y'all fell in love, whatever. But we just can't be friends. That's just not.
If we look, y'all, you know how you, me, and B talk, right? Like.
Right.
If you don't know the background that I went through with this nigga, first off, sis, you wasn't my friend from jump. Because you know about the shit while I'm fucking going through it. Just being honest.
Right. You should
know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he could be a reform. You know what I mean? Like Carron, like he
killing me right now.
He could be a complete reform fuck nigga. So I'm not gonna sit here and like I'm not gonna play a hate on it. And it's like, people change.
No,
people
not at all.
But since you gonna know what the fuck I went through with it, now he might not be the same person. Actually, after he leave me, he might actually level up because he had to learn a couple of life lessons. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna be pressed at all. And if my girlfriend comes around,
not pressed,
saying crying and boo-hooing, then sis, that's on you. Like, you can't say you didn't know. You're a grown-ass woman. You made your own decisions. Like, I'm still gonna be here for you. But and then also, why do you predict that the fallout is gonna be negative? Sometimes people come to a mutual agreement and be like, this ain't it. I don't hate you. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, if you want to go play. You're gonna go play pool next week.
Yo, Carron's face is killing me right now.
I'm just saying, I just don't understand, what the negativity is about, leaving somebody that ain't for you.
So, Carron, please, what's your opinion on this?
This is about two things. One, Liz, do you have good relationships with your exes?
Yeah.
Okay. And I say that because I have a good relationship with my exes. And I think that is a large part of it. If you have a good relationship with your ex. Because for me, if a woman is my girlfriend, at some point in that relationship, we became best friends. Mm-hmm. And so even if this doesn't work out for and you over there doing your thing and I'm over there doing my thing, I at least always make sure we get back to some level of friendship because we got that deep or got that close at some point. The relationship ain't work, at least let me have some of my friend back, right? Mm-hmm. But the second point is me and one of my best friends, me and her have this conversation all the time. And it's the epitome of this conversation, which is women, when y'all talk amongst yourselves about your relationships and what he did and what he didn't do, y'all do not, if Liz was with somebody and she was telling y'all, Meek and B, what's going on with her dude or what's ever happening, I'm always like, y'all don't know what Liz is like as a significant other, though.
True.
There is another part of Liz that y'all would never know or understand except the men who have been in Liz's life. And that is something that's always missing from these conversations.
Wow.
But ladies, time out. But would you say that we do add that? It's been multiple times where we be like, look, B, we not you. We not in that bed with you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna make your own decision. I would say in my conversation with these girls, especially these girls in particular, we make sure we there's no judgment. Even if I have my personal, after meeting the dude, I still understand that my girl is, likes this dude. And it's I don't know, how she is or what goes on in the bed and what kind of conversation goes on. So I'm not going to sit here and just base my opinion on the dude fully off of Liz, because that ain't none of my business, to be honest.
It's a different level. I had this conversation with one of my best friend's wife. And I remember talking to her and like, we've been best
Oh,
friends
okay.
since high school. And I told her one day, and I was just like, you know him better than I do. She was like, what you mean? Like, you've been knowing him since he was in 10th grade. And I was just like, but I don't know him the way you know him. And I was like, I would defer all these years of knowing him longer than you have. Then like y'all, I was like, you just know a different person that he is. And I was like, I think that was missing from that conversation is that like you do not know what that, because I hear girls all the time be like, yeah, you should have my home girl, like she dope, she this, she that. And I'm just like, you don't know that. Like you know one side of her. Like she's
Okay.
probably an outstanding friend. She's a great
Right.
employee. She could be a great mom. She could great this. She could be a horrible girlfriend.
Yes.
And you
Right.
have no idea because you have only seen one side of it and you have not like had those conversations, that pillow talk, those intimate moments. Just like you don't know how she fights, you don't know how she converses. Is she a processor where y'all have an argument and she needs 2-3 weeks before she can come back and talk to you? Or does she know how she feels then? I'm like, all of those things matter. You don't think they necessarily matter until you in the shit with somebody,
Right.
until you realize that like, no, like if we can't have the fight tonight, but you want to have the fight 6 months from now, I'm over the fight at that point. Nothing ever got addressed. This ain't gonna work. It wasn't about like you did some shit or I did some shit. Like we just compatibly do not work as adults long term. So it's just like I'm not going to get in the way of you hollering at somebody else. Now, do we need to have that conversation? Yes.
Out of respect. Yes.
Out of respect, out of just no messiness, you need to have that conversation. But when you get to a certain age, or like you get to look, we crack this joke all the time. Like Spellman Morehouse, the Spell House connection is very ancestral. Like everybody has talked to, smashed somebody you know. And
Right.
I've had friends from other school being like, yo, how do y'all function like this? It was like, yo, like you can't think like that. Like this group of people at these two schools is too damn small for you to have some issue about some shit she did sophomore year, dog. Like
Right.
40, like you still mad at what she did at 19? Like,
Right.
fam, get over that shit.
That's weird.
Like
That's just
she's
weird.
a different person. And it's like my rule has always been like, if I holler at a girl who used to talk to some or smash some dudes I used to know, my rule has always been if his phone number has never been in my contacts, you fair game. If it has been, me and that man gotta have a conversation. And it's only happened once, and the time it happened, I hit him up and I was like, yo, letting you know, I didn't ask permission. I was just like, I'm letting you know that chick you used to talk to years and years ago, I'm about to shoot this shot at. And he was like, oh, yeah, she dope. Yeah, do that.
But you would be surprised how many men will absolutely block.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
They
niggas
will absolutely block.
Niggas' hearts pump Kool-Aid.
Matumbo block. Like,
hey, listen, niggas be acting tough until it's time to actually be mature and tough. True. And then they don't want nothing to do with it. And it's just like, like you, now, okay.
Look, for our listener, I have been in this position before where my best friend, she went to North Carolina Central. She was talking to this guy. She really liked him. They used to mess around. And then, you know, just their situationship came to an end. And he was like, what's up with your friend B? And she was like, let me see. Like, you know, if you want to take her out, you want to date her, like whatever it is, I'm going to see if she's interested. And she hit me up and was like, hey, you know, he thinks you're pretty cool. Like he wants to take you out to dinner. And I was like, I mean, if you cool with it, cool. And we went on a date. He wasn't for me, but the whole point was that
there was communication.
There was communication. Exactly. Right. She wasn't like blocking. She wasn't in her feelings. She was like, she knew like, you know, what we had was what we had and we're done. We're friends and I'm cool with, you know, him dating whoever. Like, that's not my business anymore.
So question, guys, have y'all ever had that conversation where like a person comes up and come to find out like y'all all fucked with that person?
Yeah.
And then like, and then, but then like you had like a good experience and but like
we was
the other girl was like, man, that nigga's so trash. he did it, and I'm like, I didn't have that type of experience with him. Like, I keep it to myself though. Like, I don't like when I start having the connection. I'll be like, and I could if I tell you still got some type of hostility, I'm not about to indulge like at all.
I've had that on both ends. Like I remember just being my homeboy, we didn't know, we just do what I knew, and then it just came up, and we was like, yo, hey, another round.
I know that happens to guys all the time.
But then I remember I was on the other end where I was like, this crazy story from college, like crazy story, where there was someone I had messed with, was party, was drunk, and she was with her homegirl, and her homegirl didn't know me, and like we met. I'm just like, hey, how y'all doing? And she like, how y'all know each other? And she was like, well, it used to. She was like, oh, really? And she was like, oh, by the way, you should definitely try that. And I was sitting there like,
oh.
And they had the conversation in front of me. And I was like,
fire. I like shit like that.
I was like, okay. And I'm just looking like this.
I like the openness. I like the communication. Like
I was like, okay.
You got they were like madams. They just kind of signed you off to another chick. Hey. So to our listener, look, if it doesn't bother you, then it doesn't bother you. You're good. Like just because it bothers your friend, that's her problem. Sounds like a personal problem. You dated this guy for 8 months, 4 years ago.
Bruh.
Look,
but like when you gotta start doing the math, when you gotta like start carrying numbers and shit on the math, like on how long ago, like like you don't count. And you know, I got a couple people on my body list that just don't count. You know what I mean? And that person just might be one of those. Like, he don't count.
Look,
I don't think we should have a list. I don't think we should have a list. I just think we should have experiences.
Well, there you go. Okay. Well, we can say experience, but I'm just saying, like, say she brings up some dude, and in my experiences, his experience don't count. Yo, sis, free game. Like,
listen, they all count. Let's not minimize other human beings, but
they don't count.
They're important.
Like, no, when I no longer remember the features on your face, like you really just don't count. Like, I've just like pushed you that far back.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I have a list in my notes on my phone, and it got to a point where I was like, I cannot remember this nigga's name. I had to assign like nicknames. So like, you know what? At this point, they don't count. They don't count. If I don't remember your name, yeah. So to our listener, look, I have been to the wedding of an ex-boyfriend and a homegirl of mine.
I bet that shit was popping.
And it was. Because we're all mature adults. Like, look, you guys fell in love. Good for you.
Right.
What does that do for me? Like,
no, but I do wonder if that dude was like, but like these hands though, like how she, you know, she got like.
Wait, what is this? What is this? I don't know. I need to know. What is this?
I mean, like, shit. I love my baby, but them hands, bro.
She got the Corinne Steffens.
She got the gift of God.
She got the cakey. She got the cakey.
Bruh, her hands. Just put your palm to the screen. I'll give you $1,000.
She got the Tiana Trumps.
I don't have any bad relationships with my exes, especially like from my college days.
Now I know why. Now
all right. Why? Like, you know what? I want to cuss her ass out, but it's a good chance I might not see them hands anymore. Like, and it's more. I'm just saying the hands because I'm not trying to really,
no.
put my girl on Front Street, but
now I understand the tweet about the baby and the self-labor. Now it's all making sense. I pay attention and I listen. Yeah. Okay.
Attention to detail. Yes. Yes. So, Liz, are you still like it's a no-go? Absolutely not. Look, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not gonna stop her from dating him. Like, that's cool, but we can't be friends because I don't want to see dude.
But what if you left him already? Like, what if you left him?
I still don't want to see him.
Let me give y'all a tip about black women. I knew Liz wasn't changing her stance when she started talking, and she gave me the black woman chin.
What's the
The
chin?
black woman is telling you something, and this does not move. Liz was like, "No, if he do this," and I was like, "Yeah, we not changing her mind." Like the chin never lies, and I was like, "Oh yeah, she stuck. Like this how she feels.
Bruh.
It's not happening."
Yeah,
Once
no.
I
I
saw
mean,
that chin,
it's different. If we dated, yes. If I just fucked him, I don't care. But if we dated, physically had dated, I don't want to see dude. Like
she
I don't.
out with my man's in public.
Have y'all ever passed dick on? Like, bruh, you gotta try this shit. Like,
Yes.
but have you ever passed
And
dick on and went back? Like, I'm gonna let you try this, but I'm gonna need that back. Like,
Negative.
yes.
Nope.
No. Wait. Ask for it back. Like,
no, like I'm gonna need. Like, I'm
no.
still fucking him. Like, I'm not done, but you can go try that.
No, but it's been the other way around. So I have a friend who's like telling me, like, please, you need to experience him. But in that case, I was like, look, the way that he got you like dickmatized and like worked up, I was like, I don't want none of that. You have
try
fun.
to pass it to another friend, and I don't want none of that either.
That's sweet. Well, that makes you question. That makes you question her friendship because she want to share dick with you.
No, I just didn't want that dick.
I didn't want that
person who she wanted to pass on. She didn't want him, and I was like, try to pass it to me, and I was like, I don't want him either.
But I know who. Oh, I do know. I do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I actually I had a girlfriend that was like, Meek, look, you gotta experience this. This nigga knows how to make you squirt like raging waters. Like, bitch, like you gotta try this. And so I did. And
she was right.
She was right. But I also like left, and that was it. And like that, you know. And
you experienced it one time, and that was
it, and I did. Like, it was no extra, no nothing, you know.
So Liz, you didn't do it because that was your friend's nigga?
No,
or
I didn't do it because I wasn't interested in dude.
But let's say he was someone you were interested in. Would you have done it? Or are you just like, well, that's her like leftovers. I don't want that.
Yeah, I don't like fucking my friends' leftovers.
Y'all asking the wrong question.
Thank you. Right, I was about to.
You're asking the wrong question. Was it more you not interested, or was the presentation not convincing enough?
I was interested. He had dirty fingernails.
You do? No.
Okay, time out. So if me and Wiz Khalifa was fuck buddies, and that's it, like we wasn't gonna date or nothing, and I was like, Liz, you got to try this shit. Like, you like, bruh.
See, that's the only difference, because I will make an exception for Wiz Khalifa because you guys already know how I feel about Wiz Khalifa. So I'm not even gonna sit up here and lie and say no. But I definitely am going to try that.
So if I dated Wiz Khalifa 5 years ago, and it did not work out. No, and it didn't work out because I was in a different space. You know, I was in a dark space, whatever, that time. Like, and it didn't work out. And Wiz, saw our podcast. It was like, yo, okay, so who's baby hairs? Like,
who is genuine? Who is genuine second album?
And shit. Like, I got, and I told you. Right, no, her shit is like came out the womb, like.
Oh no,
But if he was like Meek, like, and I'm the only plug to connect you to him, he's like, Meek, yo, look, you gotta get me in. And come to find out that that's your person, you gonna be like, nah, nigga, 4 years ago, you fucked Meek when she was in a dark space. Wait,
I have a question. I know this is going long, but I have to ask this. It's not even a question, it's a statement. I would have never thought that Wiz was your type, but this is something I am learning with age. trying to figure out that as a man, like you want to check off as many boxes as you can to be desirable to like women. And I am learning that the boxes we think we need to check off usually do not line up with the shit y'all need to check off. Because I was just like, really? Like, really?
Look, see, I don't want a relationship with him. I just want to fuck him.
That still blows my mind. Like when he got Amber Rose, I was like, how did he pull this shit off? I was like, how? I didn't understand.
But you know what that did for him?
He just looked like he got a big dick.
Do you know what that did for him though? It made his shit go up. It was all the women were like,
oh, like we knew he had a big dick at that. We knew he had a big dick at that moment. All that ass, you can't have no small dick.
You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere.
And I've seen Amber Rose in person. Like when I say Amazonian, like beautiful though, like she is. Oh, she's fucking fire. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell you coming in with a little pew pew and she going that crazy. Like, ain't no way in hell.
Okay, so we're not changing Liz's mind.
She said pew pew.
Said,
listeners, sorry.
She said pew pew.
Not sorry.
But but honestly, like, you shouldn't be bothered just because someone else feels so strongly about it. If you like, nigga, the fuck, like they hit it off. So what? Yeah. You could be in I don't know if you're in a relationship now. Like you could have moved on. Okay, so Liz, if let's say you're married, you are off in love land with your nigga. Y'all, have moved past all of these exes in the past.
Y'all on that yacht you was on when you was posting them pictures a couple weeks ago.
Ooh. Wait, first off, Carron, you don't have
IG.
No.
If your account is open, I've seen it.
Creeper.
It's just public information. I'm a journalist. Public information is game.
You and your nigga on a yacht somewhere, and your homegirl hooks up with your high school sweetheart. Are you really gonna be upset about that?
Yes, Liz gonna fight her.
No.
Look at her chin.
No, I wouldn't be upset. I just don't want to see.
Well, you gonna say that's not your friend though?
Huh?
What? But what did you do so bad where you just can't see him? Like you see,
I don't want to see no niggas from the past. I don't want to hang out with him, chill with him, talk to him, nothing. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. Where are you at? Do your thing.
We hang out with each other.
Be happy. Be successful. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you.
She said no niggas from Christmas past.
She said, happy holiday.
Yeah.
I don't want to see none of you. I don't care what's going on. I don't want to see nothing.
She said what she said. Okay, Meek, do you want to close us out with a wonderful quote?
Oh my God, not wonderful, honey. 10 years from now, make sure you can say that you chose your life and didn't settle for it.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's damn right. So, real quick, before we close out,
you got deep right quick.
That was a good one.
Ashanti and Keisha Cole was supposed to have a versus Saturday.
Yeah.
Ashanti came down with the Rona. Surprisingly, because it's not like she's been traveling all over the goddamn world, but she has COVID. They rescheduled to January 9th. But now we have E40 and Too Short. Are you guys excited for that?
I think that's going to actually be a good one.
What's my favorite word?
Hyphy music can get annoying, and I think that's due to some of these Vegas DJs out here. So it's not actually. Yeah. It's not actually the hyphy music, but it's like these damn suck ass DJs. But anywho, yeah, I think it's gonna be dope because they got dope ass personalities. I actually met Too Short. Is it CES? Is that the name of the convention? And when I tell you, he was still trying to Mac.
Absolutely. And when he came to our job, he was like, "I remember you."
Oh fuck, he did.
He remembers you. Yes.
Oh
and
my
E40
God.
is cool. E40 is cool as shit. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Being from the South, I'm really not up on their music like that. I didn't come up because I was on this whole East Coast and Southern wave that was going on with Outkast and, Bad Boy and all that. I'm interested to tune in because I know people are really going to go up. But the whole point of Versus at the beginning was because we are, shelter in place, quarantining, we're staying home, staying safe. I just want to know from you guys, like, do you feel like the whole point of Versus is just like kind of gone out the window now? Because
I'm bored.
Ashanti, I don't think she said she felt bad. She just tested positive, like she wasn't showing any symptoms. Well, someone did say she was coughing and sneezing, so I don't know. However, but do you guys feel like the whole point has just kind of gone out the window?
No. I figured out what it is. It's not that Versus got whack. It's that we got tired of looking at screens and Zooms.
Yes.
And group videos and all of that. And that's what it is. It's like the novelty of Versus fell off. It's like FUBU, man. Like FUBU didn't get whack. We just stopped caring and stopped wearing that shit, right? Like it wasn't the product. We just was over it and wanted something new, and that's what Versus run into. It was only because I guarantee you, if you got Swiss and Tim in the room and was like off the record, did y'all think this shit would be going on this long? Y'all would have did this many verses. They'd probably be like, no, we didn't think we had to keep doing it this many times. But once you start and it grows and it got to the numbers that it's gone to, like the beast, you can't control it. You just got to keep it going. But we're since March, like niggas is tired.
We're exhausted. We're over the screen.
So it's just like it's nothing against Ashanti and Keisha Cole or Too Short and E40. It's just like, yo, I would really to go to a concert.
Liz said it. Liz said it last week. She was like, "Look, I'm tired of these verses. Like, how many the fuck?" But are you excited for this one though? Are you at least excited for this West Coast version, Miss LA?
I'm not excited, but it just depends on what I'm doing that day. If I watch it, I watch. If I don't give a
Yeah.
So,
how you feeling about it?
You know me?
Are you gonna watch?
I never watch. I catch highlights. Sometimes the beginning, sometimes the end, but I've never sat through a whole versus like that. And to be honest, like I've already said before, it's the stage presence. Like a lot, you realize how socially awkward some of these people actually are. Like y'all in front of a screen and y'all just sitting back with a microphone doing this or like, doing this. Like, yo, like it doesn't do anything, So I like, versus, no. And also I feel like the selections, I'm like, are y'all really putting thought behind this or are people not answering phone calls?
Because you know what? When they said, okay, this is the end of season 1 of Versus, season 2 coming next, and I was like,
we didn't know we was in the season, but
we're in season.
Okay.
Carron, will you be on time for that?
No, I won't be. Not because I'm not. It's not about them. It's like I have 2 other things that night I have to do. And when I immediately saw like the flyer, I went to my calendar and was just like, I got 2. I can't
Yeah.
I got 2 other things that I can't miss at that time. So I will catch the highlights like me. But if I didn't, I would be just as a Midwest kid of a certain age. Like we grew up listening to everybody because we didn't have any artists at that time really until high school. So I'm a fan or have great respect for every coast in every region in terms of Black music. Especially like the Trailblazers, like an E40, like a Too Short.
Yeah.
But I know all my homies in the Bay, like they losing it, like they
turned up.
Wait,
absolutely.
And I'm happy for them because this reminds me of, as someone who was in undergrad living in Atlanta and knows all the stories behind like the Jeezy and Gucci thing, like that was the greatest verses to me because like I lived it, I was down there. I remember all the stuff that was being reported and not reported. So when that happened, I was on Zoom with some of my homeboys. A couple of them was hype. A couple of them was just like, what the hell is this? And I was just like, I get it that some people are like, this is cool. And while some of us were just like, no, like this is the best 2 hours of the pandemic. So I'm happy for the Oakland in the Cali.
Best 2 hours of the pandemic.
Yeah, so like I'm happy for them. But if I didn't have other stuff on my calendar Saturday, I would definitely be tuning in.
Yeah. You know, one versus I would tune into, and this was brought to me by a girlfriend, Tamia and Tony Braxton.
You can't do that.
Why not?
I can't do that.
Catalog.
I love
this
Tamia.
Is what I say all the time.
This is what everyone says. This is what everyone says, and I said
everyone's a liar.
No. They agree with you, but I talked to my girlfriend and I said the same thing, right? Because anyone who knows me knows I'm huge on Tony, and I'm like, nah. And then like she was talking to me, and I'm like, oh no, Tony's still gonna win, but I think it would just for. Like we're talking about production, we're talking about talent. They both got stage presence. They both have songs. Tamia actually does have a good substantial catalog.
Love Tamia.
So it's like overall, I think that Tony is going to win, but I just think that it will also be a really good show because those girls, they like to hop on the mic at any second and like, you know what I mean, and give you something. But
I know who Tamia should go against.
Who?
And it's somebody people sleep on,
Deborah Cox.
And she's underrated. But if you're a fan of her like I am, like her fans are like diehard fans. Tamia should go against Teacher Moses.
Oh man!
But Teacher Moses
has a
Teacher Moses will butt that ass though.
Teacher has a cult following.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, she does. All right, so we're gonna wrap up the show today. If you guys want to hear more from our wonderful guest Carron, he is on Wednesday Service with Naima every Wednesday on the Bomb Network. Of course, they're on YouTube just like we are. You can listen to them on whatever platform you listen to your podcast. But make sure you guys subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe to us on the Bomb Network so you can get all of the shows. On Monday, you have us, Crazy Sexy Cool. Tuesdays, you have the OGs of Black Opinions Matter. Wednesdays with Naima and Carron. Thursdays, we got Woke Bros. And Fridays, we have Growing Up the Same with Trey and Jason. We have so much to offer to our listeners. And I just want to send out a quick shout out to everyone who listens and interacts with us on Instagram and on Twitter. We love all of that, especially like our last episode when Liz just kind of was raw and so honest with us. A lot of the listeners wrote to us and was just like how they just told us how much they really appreciated it. So
Liz was a whole Drake mixtape.
She was. She gave us Marvin's Room, okay? She gave us Marvin's Room, and we have.
Take Care album.
Yes. Look, Liz sitting there at the table with her arms folded, looking down like Drake.
Remember she brought the notepad? She's like, I wrote this down, y'all.
Look, she's like,
yeah. Did you see it though?
I watched it.
I didn't even get to say everything that was on there.
Oh, no. I saw you because you teared up at one moment and you was like, and I was like,
I'm not gonna do it on camera.
You can hear it. You can hear it in your voice. So I just want to thank everyone who listens and who interacts with us. We try to give, our best. And honestly, the show is like therapy for us. So we really appreciate everyone who listens. So please subscribe. We got some special things coming up before the end of this, crazy ass year that we've been, living in. So make sure you subscribe so you can keep up with everything that we're doing and everything that we have coming up. Carron, do you want to let everyone know where we can follow you or keep up with you?
No, he gonna keep up with everybody because the way he set up, he keeps up with you. You don't keep up with him.
It's public information. You can search away. I'm like, don't get mad at me because you didn't lock your shit down. You can follow me on Twitter at Carron J. Phillips at CarronJ. Phillips with 2 L's. But if you do say some stupid shit in my mentions, I will block your ass and tweet all about it. I do not play at all.
And that's real.
Jump stupid
all
if he
right, guys. Look, just if you want to, and you know, and if he might follow you back if you don't follow Sean King. All right, so we're gonna wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week. Yeah.